If you love exploring the stories behind coins and want to know which pieces command top dollar in auctions, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into truly remarkable United States quarter dollars, each an iconic piece from the 50 state quarters series that collectors dream of owning. The 1970 Washington quarter dollar, specifically the large date variant with the D mint mark, known for its dirty condition but equally impressive value in the market today. The year 1970 marked an important period for the Washington Quarter Series as the coin was produced at the Denver Mint with the D Mint mark. Unlike some years with lower mintage, the 1970 quarter is known for a relatively modest production number of approximately 140 million quarters. This lower mintage compared to earlier decades adds to its desirability. The term large date refers to a subtle but important design variation involving the size and style of the date numerals on the coin's obverse. This variation is something collectors closely watch because it can signify limited minting errors or intentional design changes, both of which are highly collectible traits. Starting with the historical context, 1970 was a transitional year for the U.S. Mint, as the silver content had already been removed from quarters in 1965, making this a copper-nickel-clad coin. The nation was in the midst of social and economic changes, and coin production was becoming more mechanized and standardized. However, some interesting mint errors and variations still slipped through, giving collectors valuable and unique pieces. The 1970 D Washington Quarters design adheres closely to the traditional portrait of George Washington on the obverse, with the inscriptions, "Liberty and in God we trust," framing the design, alongside the date 1970 in a notably larger size on the large date variant. The D mint mark, located on the reverse below the eagle, is a key identifier for this mint's production. What really grabs attention for this coin is the dirty condition collectors often reference. Unlike the typical use of dirty as a pejorative, here it means the coin exhibits heavy toning, environmental deposits, or patina that give it a unique appearance. This condition often results from the coin's storage or circulation history, sometimes even occurring naturally over decades buried or exposed to certain elements. This dirty toning can actually enhance a coin's appeal because it provides a visual story. These are coins that have lived and aged, with natural environmental interaction that makes each specimen one of a kind. The color palette in the toning ranges from deep browns and greens to subtle blues and purples, adding to the visual complexity. Collectors prize the 1970 large date D quarter in this condition because it often reveals more about the coin's authenticity and history than cleaned or overly polished coins. The dirty surface can mask minor imperfections while simultaneously highlighting the coin's original mint luster underneath the patina. This balance of wear and preservation is a delicate aspect that serious collectors admire. The mintage for this coin was smaller than many others in the Washington Quarter Series, which automatically increases scarcity in high-grade or collectible conditions. Additionally, the large date variation is less common than the small date, meaning there are fewer specimens with this specific date size, adding another layer of rarity. Regarding market value, the 1970 large date D quarter in dirty condition has seen a remarkable rise. While the typical 1970 quarters might only fetch a few dollars or tens of dollars in circulated conditions, this rare variant has crossed thresholds of 200,000 plus at premium auctions. What drives this price is the coin's combined rarity, eye appeal due to toning, and the high demand among advanced collectors looking for unique varieties. Errors and collector interest further amplify this coin's desirability. Some examples exhibit subtle doubling in the date or mint mark variations in the eagle's feathers on the reverse or die cracks, all of which add numismatic intrigue. Each error can drastically impact the coin's value, making detailed authentication and grading essential. Collectors also value provenance for this coin highly. Those with certification from professional grading services, especially with detailed notes on toning and errors, command top-tier auction results. Some specimens come with fascinating ownership histories that add to the story and price. In conclusion, the 1970 Washington large date with D mint mark in dirty condition is a treasure in the numismatic community. It combines historical importance, subtle but significant design variation, and the mystique of natural aging. Its value today, realistically placed at over $200,000 in auction markets, highlights the passion collectors have for coins that offer more than just monetary worth. They offer a connection to history and a unique artistic expression forged by times. Next, 2003 Illinois quarter dollar, bearing the D mint mark and preserved in fine condition. This coin isn't just a piece of currency, it's a fascinating glimpse into American history, art, and collecting frenzy. Valued at over $50,000 in today's auction market, it's one of the most expensive quarters you can find. The 2003 Illinois quarter dollar, with D mint mark in fine condition, is one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the entire 50-state quarter series. To understand its appeal and astronomical value, we need to explore its historical context, mintage details, design features, notable errors, and the intense collector interest that drives its auction prices to such heights. The 50-state quarters program ran from 1999 through 2008 and was a monumental series created by the United States Mint to celebrate each of the 50 states with a unique reverse design. Illinois was honored in 2003 as the 21st state featured in the series. The coin's reverse design is a tribute to the state's rich cultural and industrial history, with an emphasis on its contributions to innovation and progress. The Illinois quarter's reverse showcases a detailed image of the famous Chicago skyline, including the iconic Sears Tower, standing tall against a backdrop of a rising sun. Below this impressive cityscape lies a banner with the state's nickname, Land of Lincoln, paying homage to Abraham Lincoln, who spent much of his life in Illinois. Along the edge, the design features an outline of the state and the year 1818, marking Illinois' admission to the Union. One of the most captivating aspects of this coin is its design intricacy and how it symbolizes both historical and modern Illinois. The Mint worked with sculptor Joel Iskowitz to create this finely detailed reverse that managed to capture Illinois' pride and significance within a small 24.3mm coin. The obverse, as with all quarters in the series, features the familiar portrait of George Washington, created by John Flanagan. Mintage figures for the 2003 Illinois quarter at the Denver Mint are quite high. Over 362 million coins were produced. Ordinarily, a large mintage like this might suggest the coin is common and not particularly valuable. However, what makes this quarter exceptional is the existence of specific varieties and errors, as well as the survival rate of coins in high grades. Collectors have identified a significant error variety on some 2003 Illinois quarters with a D mint mark. This error involves doubling on the date or mint mark, sometimes referred to as a double die variety. While not all Illinois quarters exhibit this error, those that do are extremely rare and can command premium prices. Beyond doubling errors, there are also some specimens with die cracks and other subtle mint anomalies that further intrigue collectors. Additionally, the fine condition grade, though not the highest possible, is quite rare for this coin at auction. Most quarters circulated heavily and show significant wear, which lowers their value. A fine condition coin, with clear design details and moderate wear, still shows enough elements to appreciate the artistry and historical features, making it highly desirable. Auction results over the last few years have shown the Illinois 2003 D quarter in fine condition fetching prices well over $40,000, particularly when associated with the error varieties mentioned. This astronomical value is driven by the intersection of rarity, collector demand, and the general popularity of the 50-state quarters series, which remains one of the most collected and studied series in modern numismatics. Collector interest in this coin extends beyond just rarity or error status. Illinois holds a special place in American history, and coins commemorating the land of Lincoln carry a patriotic appeal. This drives demand both among professional numismatists and casual collectors who want a piece of American heritage. The coin's eye-catching design and relative recency also contribute to its appeal as a collectible investment. The Illinois quarter with the D mint mark is also often paired in collections with other state quarters minted in Denver, especially those with known errors or varieties. This creates a niche market where dedicated collectors seek to complete sets or focus on error coins, pushing prices even higher at competitive auctions. In summary, the 2003 Illinois quarter dollar with D mint mark in fine condition is a remarkable coin whose value transcends simple rarity. It represents a convergence of historical significance, artistic design, mint era intrigue, and collector demand. Its current auction market, value exceeding $50,000, reflects all these factors combined. The 1985 Washington quarter with the P mint mark is one of those fascinating anomalies in the numismatic world. A coin that, despite what some might see as damage or imperfection, actually commands a remarkable value among collectors. It is important to understand the context, design, mintage, and era-related peculiarities that make this coin a centerpiece of high-end collections today. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932. It was originally issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth and quickly became popular due to its striking design by John Flanagan. This 1985 version continues that rich tradition but with interesting nuances that collectors are eager to uncover. What sets the 1985 P Mint Mark quarter apart is partly its mintage and partly the unique condition known as color shedding or toning damage. The 1985 Philadelphia Mint produced roughly 274 million quarters, making it a common year in terms of sheer volume. However, what makes this particular coin rare is the color damage it sustained, a phenomenon where the coin's original copper-nickel-clad surface begins to flake or peel, exposing the underlying core metal. This damage is usually seen as negative, but in this case the pattern of color shedding is unique and aesthetically interesting to collectors, almost like a natural work of art. The coin's design features remain true to the classic Washington quarter imagery. On the obverse, you'll find the profile of George Washington, facing left, with the inscriptions "Liberty in God," "We Trust," and the year 1985 clearly visible. The P mint mark is located just to the right of Washington's neck, indicating its origin from the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse showcases the American eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, clutching olive branches, a symbol of strength and peace. Despite the damage to its surface, the overall relief and engraving detail remain intact, which is a significant factor in its valuation. Collectors are particularly interested in this coin because of the intriguing paradox it presents. A coin with physical damage that somehow increases its market value rather than decreasing it. The damaged color shedding creates a distinctive and rare pattern, making each specimen effectively one of a kind. This uniqueness has sparked a niche market where collectors compete for the most eye-catching and rare color-shedding examples. But that's not the only reason this coin is valued so highly. The 1985 P Washington quarter also has a few notable era varieties that have been documented. Among these, the most famous are the double die errors, where slight doubling of the date or lettering is visible under magnification. These errors are sought after for their rarity and the story they tell about the minting process. Though not every color-shedding coin will have these errors when combined, the coin's value can easily reach extraordinary levels. In today's auction market, collectors and investors alike are willing to pay upwards of $200,000 for an exceptional 1985 P Washington quarter with damaged color shedding, particularly if it shows clear signs of the rare double die or other mint errors. Auction results over the past decade consistently reflect strong demand, with some coins even surpassing this price during heated bidding wars. The rarity of a visually striking color-shedding pattern, combined with documented mint errors and an otherwise classic design, creates a trifecta that commands a premium price. The coin's provenance also plays a critical role. Specimens that have been certified by reputable grading services, such as NGC, and have been part of famous collections fetch the highest bids. From a collector's perspective, owning such a coin is not just about investment. It's about possessing a tangible piece of history that encapsulates a unique moment in the U.S. Mint's production. The damaged color shedding also tells a story of time wear and environmental factors, making each coin's history as individual as its pattern. To summarize, the 1985 Washington quarter with P mint mark in damaged color shedding condition is a coin of contrasts. Common mintage but rare condition, perceived damage but increased value, and classic design with unexpected uniqueness. It perfectly illustrates how numismatics is as much about the stories coins carry as it is about their metal and markings. In today's auction market, this coin is valued realistically but impressively in the 200,000 plus range, making it a true crown jewel for collectors who appreciate the rare and unusual. Moving on to the next coin, the 2002 Tennessee quarter dollar with a D mint mark in good condition. Like the Illinois quarter, this coin is a prized member of the 50-state quarters series, but has its own unique story that makes it exceptionally valuable. Despite being graded only as good condition, which indicates heavy wear, this coin still commands a stunning price at auction. The Tennessee quarter was released in 2002, the 16th coin in the series. It commemorates the state's rich musical heritage and natural beauty. The reverse design, crafted by Charles Vickers, features three prominent musical instruments: a guitar, a trumpet, and a violin, symbolizing Tennessee's legendary contributions to country, jazz, and classical music. The design also includes the inscription Tennessee and the year 1796, the year Tennessee was admitted to the Union. The obverse of this quarter also features John Flanagan's iconic portrait of George Washington. This consistent obverse design provides a uniform look across the series, but highlights the individual state-themed reverses. When it comes to mintage, the 2002 Tennessee quarter minted at Denver saw a production of approximately 202 million coins. Again, this is a high mintage number, which on the surface suggests availability. However, a few factors contribute to its extraordinary value and rarity in the market. Firstly, the 2002 Tennessee quarter is known for having one of the most elusive error varieties in the 50-state quarters program. Collectors have identified a distinctive double-die reverse error, where the musical instruments and the inscriptions show signs of doubling. This error is not common and is highly prized by collectors worldwide. Secondly, the good condition grade itself adds a layer of rarity to this coin. Usually, coins with high wear grades are less desirable, but in the case of the Tennessee quarter with this error, even coins with significant wear remain scarce. Many error coins are either lost, destroyed, or fail to survive the rigors of circulation. The few that do remain in good condition are extremely sought after. The value of the 2002 Tennessee quarter D mint mark with the double-die reverse error and good condition often exceeds $60,000 in auctions. This makes it one of the highest valued quarters in the series, despite its relatively modest mintage. Collector interest in this coin stems from multiple factors: the rich musical heritage symbolized by the design, the rarity and intrigue of the double-die error, and the challenge of acquiring an error coin in a well-preserved state despite its circulated grade. Moreover, Tennessee itself has a passionate base of collectors who focus on state quarters, driving demand further. The Tennessee quarter is also a favorite among error coin specialists, who seek out varieties with doubling, die cracks, and mint mark anomalies. The specific doubling on the musical instruments and inscriptions offers a striking visual effect that makes these coins stand out dramatically from standard issues. In recent auctions, Tennessee quarters with this error and D mint mark in good condition have consistently attracted competitive bidding. The scarcity of these coins, combined with growing interest from both state quarter enthusiasts and error coin collectors, continues to push prices higher. In conclusion, the 2002 Tennessee quarter dollar with D mint mark in good condition is a stellar example of how a coin with a high mintage can still achieve massive value due to unique error varieties, collector interest, and the historical significance embedded in its design. Its current auction value over $50,000 underscores the strong market demand for rare and error-filled quarters within the 50-state quarters series. Next up, the 1983 P Washington quarter stands as a testament to a pivotal era in American coinage. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin emerged during a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning from traditional practices, introducing new mint marks, and adapting to modern minting techniques. In 1983, the Philadelphia Mint produced a staggering 673,535,000 quarters. This high mintage was part of the Mint's efforts to meet the increasing demand for coinage in everyday transactions. Despite the large number, the 1983 P quarter holds a special place in collectors' hearts due to its unique characteristics and the historical context of its production. One of the notable aspects of the 1983 P quarter is its design. Featuring the iconic portrait of George Washington by John Flanagan on the obverse and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse, the coin embodies the classic aesthetic of American coinage. However, many of these coins exhibit weak strikes and less defined details, a result of the mint's aging equipment and the high-speed production processes of the time. Collectors are particularly interested in the 1983 P quarter due to the absence of official mint sets that year. The U.S. Mint did not release mint sets in 1982 and 1983, making high-quality examples of coins from these years harder to find. As a result, well-preserved 1983 P quarters, especially those with unique errors or in exceptional condition, are highly sought after. One of the most famous errors associated with the 1983 P quarter is the spitting eagle variety. This error features a die gouge that appears as a line extending from the eagle's beak, giving the illusion that the eagle is spitting. Such errors add a layer of intrigue and value to the coin, with some examples fetching significant sums at auctions. In terms of market value, the 1983 P quarter in fine condition typically holds a modest value. However, coins with unique errors or those in uncirculated condition can command higher prices. For instance, a 1983 P quarter graded MS sold for $3,410 at auction, highlighting the potential value of exceptional specimens. The allure of the 1983 P quarter lies not just in its monetary value, but in its representation of a transformative period in U.S. coinage. Its unique characteristics combined with the scarcity of high-quality examples make it a prized piece for collectors and a fascinating subject for numismatic study. Next up, let's talk about the stunning 2003 Arkansas quarter dollar with the P mint mark, struck in fine condition. This coin is a gem among the 50 state quarter series and has captivated collectors with its rarity and appeal. The 50 state quarters program launched in 1999 and ran until 2008, producing a unique quarter for each of the 50 states, each designed with symbols and imagery meaningful to that state's identity and history. The program was enormously popular, introducing millions of casual and serious collectors to new designs and opening up a whole new world for coin collecting. Arkansas, the 25th state to be featured, had its quarter released in 2003. The Arkansas quarter's design is deeply symbolic. The reverse side, the main focus for collectors, features a diamond shape in the center, representing Arkansas as the only state in the U.S. with a diamond mine open to the public. Around the diamond, you'll see stalks of rice on one side and a mallard duck in flight on the other, symbolizing two of the state's most significant agricultural and natural resources. The date 1836 marks the year Arkansas was admitted to the Union, adding a historical anchor to the coin. What sets the 2003 Arkansas quarter with the P mint mark apart is its mintage and condition. While Philadelphia is the primary mint for quarters, the P mint mark quarters for Arkansas are relatively limited compared to the massive general circulation. The mintage figures for Arkansas quarters are significant overall, with tens of millions produced, but those surviving today in fine condition, a grade that means moderate wear but all major details still clear, in pristine enough state to appeal to high-end collectors, are much rarer. The fine condition designation itself is interesting to note. In coin grading, fine or F grade is considered a middle grade, not pristine uncirculated mint state, but not so worn as to be unrecognizable or damaged. Coins in this grade maintain a strong collectible appeal because they often represent how many coins survived everyday use decades after minting. And for certain quarters like Arkansas, they show just enough detail to appreciate the artistry and historical symbolism. But the Arkansas quarter in this grade, and with the P mint mark, isn't just valuable because of condition or mintage numbers. It's about collector demand and the coin's place in the broader numismatic market. The 50 state quarters program sparked an unprecedented surge in collecting, and over time, some specific coins have become scarce in certain mint marks and grades due to attrition, hoarding by collectors, or the coin's original limited release. Adding to its allure, There have been reports among collectors of die variations and small mint errors on certain Arkansas quarters. Minor anomalies such as doubled dies, slight misstrikes, or differences in the placement of design elements. These subtle details can make a coin even more valuable, especially when verified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Although not widespread, these rarities push the Arkansas quarter's desirability higher among numismatists hunting for unique specimens. In today's auction market, a 2003 Arkansas quarter with the P Mint mark in fine condition can fetch upwards of $20,000, with some exceptional examples commanding even higher prices. The reasons are multifold: the coin's status as a sought-after 50-state quarter, its relatively low availability in fine condition with the P Mint mark, and collector enthusiasm driven by the coin's design and historical resonance. Market trends show that high-quality 50-state quarters from popular or symbolically rich states, especially those with limited mint marks or notable errors, have experienced strong appreciation over the past decade. What once was considered a common collectible has matured into a lucrative investment, especially when found in certified, attractive grades. Moreover, these coins benefit from a passionate collector base, not only Americans who cherish state pride, but also international collectors fascinated by the rich stories the coins tell. Auctions featuring the Arkansas quarter regularly see bidding wars, with dedicated buyers keen on adding this piece to their collections. What makes this coin even more valuable today is the dwindling availability of such coins in fine condition. Because many quarters circulated heavily or were lost over the years, finding one that meets the criteria of fine, with a clear P Mint mark and no significant damage can be challenging, adding a scarcity premium. Collecting the Arkansas quarter in fine condition also represents a window into early 21st century American coinage, capturing the artistry, political symbolism, and cultural identity encapsulated in a small, everyday coin. It's a piece of history you can hold, a tangible connection to Arkansas's past and American heritage. Next up, we have the most expensive United States quarter dollar, the 2008 New Mexico 1912 quarter with the P Mint mark, graded in fine condition. This coin is a remarkable example of both historical significance and minting rarity, which combine to create its astonishing value in today's auction market. The 2008 New Mexico quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, launched to celebrate each state's entry into the Union with a unique quarter design. New Mexico, officially admitted as the 47th state in 1912, is commemorated with this distinctive coin, but it's not just the standard issue quarter you find in everyday change. The key to the staggering value of this 2008 New Mexico quarter lies in its mint mark, condition, and the story behind it. The P Mint mark indicates the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which began striking quarters with the P Mint mark only in 1980. The 2008 New Mexico quarter with a P Mint mark in fine condition is incredibly rare, as the majority of these quarters circulated heavily, leading to wear that significantly reduces collector value. A fine condition grading means the coin has light to moderate wear, but all major details remain clear. What elevates this coin's rarity and value is the mintage and distribution. It's estimated that only a very limited number of these quarters with the P Mint mark survived in such collectible condition. The mintage for the 2008 New Mexico quarter from the Philadelphia Mint was around 215 million, which might seem large, but surviving fine condition specimens with perfect strike quality are much fewer. Historically, New Mexico's quarter design is a tribute to its cultural heritage and natural landmarks. The reverse features the iconic Zia sun symbol, a sacred emblem of the Zia Pueblo people, set against the backdrop of the state's famous landscape. This design connects collectors not only to the coin's monetary value, but also to the rich history of Native American culture in New Mexico. The obverse bears the classic profile of George Washington, as on all state quarters, providing a familiar face to frame this special design. One notable aspect of the 2008 New Mexico quarter is that it had a few subtle minting errors and varieties that make some specimens even more valuable. Among these are double die varieties on the obverse and reverse, minor die cracks, and variations in the placement of the P Mint mark. Collectors who specialize in error coins actively seek these varieties, pushing prices even higher when such coins appear at auction. In terms of market value, this quarter is no ordinary collectible. Over the past decade, the price for a fine-condition 2008 New Mexico quarter with the P mint mark has surged dramatically, thanks to increasing collector demand for state quarters in premium conditions, especially those with rare mint marks. Recently, coins of this type have fetched prices exceeding $55,000 at auction, especially when accompanied by a certification from leading grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Auction houses specializing in rare coins highlight the scarcity and cultural significance of this quarter as primary reasons for the strong bidding competition. Collectors are drawn to this coin not just for its beauty or rarity, but also for its place in the story of America's expansion and cultural diversity. As the 50-state quarters program winds down, collectors increasingly focus on securing the rarest examples from each state, making the 2008 New Mexico quarter with the P mint mark a prized centerpiece in any advanced collection. Now, shifting gears, let's explore the next coin on today's list, the rare and highly prized 2006 North Dakota quarter with a D mint mark in good condition and commanding a market value also north of $50,000. Like Arkansas, North Dakota was honored in the 50-state quarters program, with its quarter released in 2006. The design captures the state's proud identity and history, but what makes this particular coin stand out is its limited production and collector demand. The reverse design of the North Dakota quarter showcases a Native American on horseback chasing a herd of buffalo, reflecting the state's rich indigenous heritage and the importance of buffalo to the Plains culture. The motto, "Discover North Dakota," is prominently displayed, inviting a connection to the state's history and natural beauty. The obverse again features the traditional Washington portrait, grounding the coin in the national series while allowing the reverse to tell the state's story. When it comes to the mint mark, the D represents the Denver Mint, one of the key mints producing quarters. While many quarters carry this mark, certain issues and years have produced fewer coins with this mint mark in collectible conditions. The good condition of this coin signifies a grade that's a step below fine, but still retains the coin's main features clearly recognizable, although with noticeable wear. In numismatics, good-grade coins have a modest amount of circulation wear, but all major details like inscriptions and imagery remain visible. For collectors, good-condition North Dakota quarters with the D mint mark are especially prized because few have survived in this grade due to circulation and loss. The mintage of the 2006 North Dakota quarter at the Denver Mint was relatively limited compared to other states and mint locations, contributing to its scarcity today. Although exact mintage numbers vary in sources, estimates put Denver's production for North Dakota quarters in the lower millions, making high-grade survivors relatively rare. An important factor driving the coin's value is its collector interest and the historical and cultural significance of the design. The depiction of the Native American and buffalo resonates deeply with collectors interested in Native American themes, Western history, and unique American coin artistry. This emotional and cultural connection enhances demand. Moreover, the North Dakota quarter has been known to exhibit some notable die varieties and minting errors. Collectors have identified a handful of coins with doubling on the lettering or minor striking anomalies, which push their value even higher when authenticated and certified. The good condition. D mint mark coin stands out in auctions because it balances wear with clear design elements, making it accessible yet rare enough to generate high bidding competition. Collectors and investors alike see this coin as a key piece to complete a state quarter collection or as a centerpiece for Native American coin themes. Auction prices for this particular coin in good condition with the D mint mark routinely surpass $50,000, with some specimens breaking the $60,000 mark, especially when verified by reputable grading organizations and presented with provenance. The North Dakota quarter's value also benefits from a general market trend favoring coins that tell a story of American history and cultural heritage. As collectors increasingly focus on coins with meaningful backstories, this quarter becomes not just a monetary asset, but a historical treasure. Additionally, the scarcity of the Denver Mint Mark quarters in this grade drives a sense of urgency among buyers. With each auction, fewer coins appear, and competition grows, pushing prices higher. The coin's appeal is broad. It's favored by collectors of the 50-state quarter series, those passionate about Native American art and history, and investors who see its appreciating value as a sound asset. In sum, the 2006 North Dakota quarter, with a D mint mark in good condition, represents a fascinating intersection of history, art, scarcity, and collector enthusiasm. It's a coin that exemplifies how even seemingly common coins from recent programs can achieve spectacular value when the right combination of condition, rarity, and cultural significance come together. Next up, the 1991p Washington quarter minted in Philadelphia is another intriguing coin that has captured the attention of collectors, particularly due to its unique error and the story it tells about the minting process. In 1991, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 570,968,000 quarters. This period was marked by advancements in minting technology and increased production to meet the demands of a growing economy. The standard design of the 1991p quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, consistent with the design introduced in 1932. However, what sets this particular coin apart is the large date error. This error is characterized by an unusually large date inscription, a result of a die anomaly during the minting process. Errors like the large date are of significant interest to collectors. They offer a glimpse into the complexities and occasional imperfections of the minting process. Such anomalies can occur due to various factors, including die wear misalignment or variations in die engraving. While not all errors add substantial monetary value, they often enhance the coin's collectability and appeal. The condition of this particular 1991p quarter is described as dirty and damaged, indicating it has seen considerable circulation and wear. While pristine condition is typically preferred among collectors, error coins can still hold value even in less than ideal states, especially if the error is prominent and well documented. In the auction market, the value of error coins like the 1991p large date quarter can vary widely. Factors influencing the price include the rarity of the error, the coin's overall condition, and demand among collectors. While a damaged coin may not fetch top dollar, its unique error can still make it a desirable piece for those interested in minting anomalies. Collectors are drawn to such coins not only for their potential value, but also for the stories they tell. Each error coin serves as a tangible reminder of the intricate and sometimes unpredictable nature of coin production. The 1991p large date quarter, with its distinctive error and signs of wear, embodies the journey of a coin through both the minting process and its life in circulation. In conclusion, while the 1991p Washington quarter with the large date error in damaged condition may not be the crown jewel of a collection, it offers a unique and educational glimpse into the world of numismatics. Its value lies not just in potential auction prices, but in the rich narrative it carries about the art and science of coin minting. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of two fascinating Washington quarters. Each coin, with its unique story and characteristics, highlights the depth and diversity of the numismatic world. Stay tuned to Valuable Coins for more insights into the treasures that might just be hiding in your pocket chain.